Um, Welcome to this class. Yes. Alright, so we're going to start in a seated position. So you can be cross-legged here on your mat, wherever. We're just gonna focus on our posture first. So roll our shoulders back, reaching the crown of our head high. Maybe close your eyes, placing your hands on your knees. And just take a few breaths here. Focusing on your inhales and slow exhales. Trying to forget about any of the other distractions in your day, anything else you have to do after this class. Just bring your focus to your breath and the mat. With your next inhale, rise your arms up. Reach them tall, stretching it through your waist. And exhale, bring your right hand down beside you. You can be down on your forearm or on your palm, bringing your left hand overhead, stretching into that left side body. Trying to draw your left shoulder back so your chest is open, you're not closing off. On your next inhale, rise up. And exhale, bring your left hand down to the mat, your right hand overhead. And again, just breathe into your right side here. Rolling your right shoulder back, opening up through the chest. Letting your head hang, releasing any tension in your neck. Inhale, rise up. Arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, hinge forward, bringing your hands out in front of you, just wherever they fall comfortably. Relax your neck, let your head hang. Maybe see if you can walk your fingers out just a little bit more. We're just opening up into the hips here. Inhale, slowly walk your hands back. Switch the stack of your legs, so to your awkward side. It's too awkward for me to even know which one it is. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale, walk your body forward. Once more, just folding here. Notice if you feel the sensation in the opposite hip here. Inhale, come back up. And swing your feet underneath you. We're gonna come into a tabletop just for one round of cat-cow. So inhale, drop your belly, reach the crown of your head back towards your tailbone. And exhale, curl your belly in, arching out through your spine, pressing through your shoulder blades. Your hands are shoulder width apart and your knees are hip width apart. Inhale, drop your belly, look back, trying to reach the crown of your head towards your tailbone. And exhale, press out through your shoulder blades, arching the spine. Inhale to neutral spine. Tuck your toes, and then we're going to lift our knees up off the mat to a hovering tabletop. Try and draw your belly in towards your spine, your belly button in towards your spine, staying strong through the core. And then exhale, press your hips up, let your heels fall to the ground, coming into our downward facing dog. Take a few wiggles here, maybe bumping the feet back and forth, swinging the hips, just opening up into any little muscle you feel here with the first down dog of the practice. So your tailbone's reaching towards the sky, your arms are straight, you're pressing out through your shoulder blades. Maybe find stillness here for one breath. Inhale, bend your knees, look forwards, and exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale into a halfway lift, so your gaze is forward, your belly drawing in, and exhale, fold. Hang heavy here, reaching your tailbone up towards the sky. You can have a slight bend in your knees or keep them straight. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing, and exhale, hands to your side. We'll do a few rounds of Surya Namaskar. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hinge forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, your gaze is forward, your tailbone drawing up. Press your hands into the mat, exhale, step back to the top of the plank position. reaching your heels back. As you inhale, shift your shoulders forward so they're in front of your fingertips, and then lower down through chaturanga, or you can go knees, chest, chin. Either way, inhale into your upward facing dog, tops of your feet pressing down on the mat, shoulders rolling away from your ears. Tuck your toes, and exhale as you press your hips back and up into your downward facing dog. I always like to recheck my stance with my feet here. Trying to reach your heels towards the mat. It's okay if they don't hit, just the action of reaching them. Your tailbone towards the sky. Trying to press through the base of your index finger. Take one more breath. On your next inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale to a halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, and exhale, hands to your side. We'll do one more sun salutation. Inhale, rise up, reaching tall, maybe come onto your tippy toes. And exhale, stay on your tippy toes, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Slowly coming down. You can lower down your heels. Inhale to a halfway lift. Your gaze is forward, your tailbone drawing towards the sky. Plant your hands, exhale, step or hop back to the top of the plank position. Shift your weight forward, and then exhale, lower down through knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Come onto the tops of the feet. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lowering your shoulders back, maybe dropping your hips a little bit, opening up into the lower back a little bit more, so swinging your hips. Find stillness. Tuck toes, exhale, press your hips back up into the downward facing dog. Recheck your foot position, and breathe here. We'll stay here for 2 more breaths. Nice inhale, and a long exhale, trying to make your exhale twice as long as your inhale. Inhale, and exhale twice as long. Your next inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing, and we'll come into Surya Namaskar B. So exhale, drop your butt down. See if you can reach your fingertips towards the mat, and then rise your hands up. We're coming into our chair position. Your knees drawing towards each other, shoulders away from your ears. And then exhale, press your hips up, drop your head into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, looking forward. Exhale, plant hands, step or hop back to the top of the plank. Shift forward, exhale, lower you down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Maybe let your ears come to your shoulders, opening up into the neck a little bit. Tuck toes, exhale, press back into your downward facing dog. For the next inhale, we're gonna come into warrior one. So inhale, bringing your right knee forwards, stepping your foot between your hands. Come onto the inside of your left foot, so the arch of your left foot is in line with the heel of your right. And inhale, rise up, trying to keep your hips square to the front of your mat. Your right knee is bent at 90 degrees. Hands towards the sky, shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale, bring your hands down to frame your foot, coming onto the ball of your left foot. Step your right back to meet your left, and then lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and then exhale, coming into that down dog. Take a breath here. We'll do it on the left. So inhale, drawing your left knee in towards your chest, stepping it between your hands. Coming onto the inside arch of your right foot. Inhale, rise up into warrior one, checking in with your hips, trying to square them to the front of the mat, keeping your front knee bent at 90 degrees, shoulders down away from your ears, and exhale, swing your hands down to face your foot, come onto the ball of your right foot, step your left back to meet your right, shift forward, exhale, lower down through chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog, and then exhale, coming into your down dog. Take a breath here. Inhale, bending your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. On your next inhale, drop your butt, lift your chest up, coming into that chair position. See if you can lower your bum just a little bit more than last time. Your belly button is drawing into the back of your spine, shoulders back and away from your ears. And exhale, come up to standing. Shake it off. And then find your way back into Tadasana, so mountain pose. So your feet are hip width apart, shoulders are back and down, your hands are open towards the front of your body, crown of your head reaching tall. Inhale, rise arms up, and exhale, hinge forward, coming down into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, gazes forward. Exhale, plant hands, step or hop back to the top of the plank. Shift forward, exhale, lower down through Chaturanga. Inhale into upward facing dog. We're gonna lower our thighs onto the mat, so coming into a cobra now. And then slowly lower your chest down towards the mat. Place your hands a little bit farther outside of your body, so they're almost like at 90 degrees. Inhale, roll your spine up, the crown of your head reaching back. And exhale, roll your spine back down, your forehead being the last to meet the ground. Inhale, roll up. And exhale, roll down. Do one more. Inhale, roll up. And on our exhale, we're gonna drop our right shoulder towards the mat and our right ear towards the mat. You can be up on your fingertips or on your palms. Fingertips gives you more sensation in the shoulders. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, drop your left shoulder, left ear towards the mat. Trying to stay active in the feet, pressing the tops of your feet into the mat. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, roll up. See if you can bend your feet, reaching your heels towards your head. Doesn't matter how close they get, just the action. And exhale, lower it all back down. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, and then we're gonna make our way into a plank. So try and push up, or you can go up through your knees. Shift your weight forward. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, into an upward facing dog again. And then you're going to open your knees a little bit and pull back into a child's pose with a wide leg stance. Inhale, roll your body forward like you're coming into a tabletop or a cat position. And then you're gonna lower your hips down as you roll the back of your head up. Pull your butt back towards your heels, coming back into that child pose. We're gonna roll through that a few times. So inhale, pressing up through your shoulders, really trying to arch your spine as your hips come in front of your knees. You're gonna lower down your hips, roll your head back, stretching into the chest. And exhale, draw your hips back towards your heels, the crown of your head reaching the mat last. Inhale, roll forward, trying to press up through your shoulder blades. Exhale, lower your hips towards the mat, the crown of your head reaching back. You can inhale, and on your next exhale, pull your hips back into your child's pose. Take one breath here, and inhale, come up into a regular tabletop. Bring your knees in so they're once again hip width apart. Tuck your toes, lift up your knees to a hovering tabletop, and then exhale, press your hips back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, rising your right leg towards the sky. Your toe can be pointed or flexed, keeping your hips square. And then inhale, draw your knee in towards your nose, shifting it forwards and placing it between your hands. Lower down onto your left knee, untuck your left toes, and inhale up into a low lunge. You can have your hands on your knee, your hands up to the sky in a cactus. Maybe you want to open up the chest, stretch back a little bit, whichever variation you'd like. And then exhale, bring your hands back to the mat. Tuck your left toes again. Press your hips up, straightening your front legs. So now both legs are straight and you're kind of in a wide stance pyramid pose. And let your forehead fall towards your knee. You can tighten up the stance if you'd like a little bit. Your back heel does not have to be touching the mat, it can be lifted. Inhale as you bend your right knee and spring up off your left as you kick it towards the sky, flexing your heel, coming into a standing split. Taking a breath here. You can have a slight bend in your right knee or keep it straight. And then inhale as you draw your left knee in towards your chest, bend your right leg and step up in a standing knees chest. Wobble a little bit. As you exhale, kick your left heel back behind your body. I'm just gonna step more into frame. Okay, so coming into warrior three. Your hands can be back behind you, or for more effort, they can come out in front of you. Trying to grip the mat with your right toes. Taking one breath here, drawing your belly in towards the back of your spine. And exhale, bend your right knee, let your left foot find the ground, coming into a high lunge. Check in with your hips here. Try and pull your right hip back a little bit, your left hip forward, making sure they're square, keeping a bend in the front of your right knee. Then we're going to inhale, straighten your right leg on the ball of your left foot. Exhale, hinge forward, coming back into that wide stance pyramid. Your hands can meet the mat. You can stay here at a halfway lift or let your forehead fall towards your knee. Either option is good. Then you're going to place your hands onto the mat, put your weight in them, lift up off of your right leg, kick it back into a downward facing dog with one leg lifted, three-legged dog. Now we're going to inhale, shift our weight forward. You can also, we're going to do a vinyasa. You can also put your right foot down for this. Lower it down through chaturanga. Inhale into an upward facing dog with that right leg lifted or on the mat. And now tuck toes, exhale. Press back into a downward facing dog. Do that on the other side. So inhale your left leg to the sky, keeping your hips square. Inhale, draw it in towards your nose, shifting forward. Place your left foot between your hands. Lower down onto your right knee and tuck your right toes. Inhale up into your low lunge. Hands can come beside you, on your knee, up, cactus, whichever version is good. Really feeling into the front of your right hip here. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat, tuck your right toes, and then you're going to spring off of your right foot, kicking it up to the sky, coming into a standing split on your left leg. Your forehead reaching down towards the mat, your right foot flexed, your heel kicking back. Inhale, draw your right knee in towards your chest as you bend your left knee a little bit and come up into a standing with your right knee up. You can also hold your knee if you'd like. Your next exhale, keeping that right foot flexed, kick your heel back behind you as you lower your chest down, coming into a warrior three position. Trying to keep your hips square, so lower that right hip down a little bit. Hands can be out in front of you or behind you. Drawing your belly button in towards your spine, slight bend in your left knee. Exhale, fully bend your left knee. Find the ground with your right behind you, coming into a high lunge. So again, check in with your hips. We always want to check in with your hips. Shoulders back and down. Hands can be up behind you or up above you. Exhale as you straighten your left leg and then hinge forwards, coming into that wide leg pyramid. Hands can find the mat. You can be in a halfway lift, or you can lower your forehead down, wrapping that left hip behind you. Really stretching into the back of your left hamstring. You can step your foot in if you'd like a little less sensation. Place your hands onto the mat, putting your weight in there, and then kick your left heel out behind you, coming into a three-legged dog. Taking one breath here, and then inhale to a three-legged vinyasa. So shift, rolling your body forward into a plank with your left leg lifted. Exhale, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Your left toes pointing out behind you, or that can be on the mat. And then tuck toes, exhale. Press your hips back into your downward facing dog. Taking one breath here. Inhale, bend knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale to a halfway lift, gazes forward, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, and exhale, hands to your side. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale, hands up, and exhale, point your fingers behind your head, so opening into the shoulders and back a little bit. Trying to keep your hips still straight. You're not pressing your hips forward, keeping your hips straight, so really opening into the shoulders here more. And then exhale, we're gonna fold forward again. So bringing our forehead down towards our legs. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to the top of the plank. Shift forward, exhale, lower down. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. And then tuck toes. Exhale, press back into your down dog. You're going to inhale and come onto the side of your left foot. You can have your right foot stacked in front of it, on top, or up towards the sky. We're coming into a side plank here. So whichever version of the pose you would like is good, whatever your body needs. If you want, you can also lower down onto your left knee. So whichever version you're in, you're going to bring your right foot, step it to the top of the mat in front of you. You're going to pivot onto the ball of your left foot, and then you're going to drop your butt behind you, which will shift you onto the heel of your left foot, flexing your toes back towards you, and we're in Skandasana here. So we'll take a breath here. Your hands can be on the mat in front of you or up. If you want some side stretch, you can rise your left hand towards the sky. And exhale, you're going to plant your left hand about in line with your left knee. Press into your right foot, and we're just going to swap sides. So coming onto the heel of your right foot now, Skandasana with your left knee bent. You can inhale your right hand towards the sky, or keep it down. Taking one more breath here. Then we're going to pivot onto the ball of our right foot. So now our left foot is facing forward. We're in like a low lunge. Lower your right knee down. Place your hand on the inside of your left knee and press it out a little bit, coming into a lizard. So the inside arch of your left foot will peel up off the mat. Or you can walk your left foot out a little bit, lower down onto elbows, stay up here. Or if you want, you can kick your right heel back behind you, trying to kick it towards your butt, and grab it with your hand. Any version of the pose, just feel into your hips here. So wherever you are, we're gonna lift our right knee up off the mat, pressing into our hands, and step your left foot back to meet your right. Press your hips back into your downward facing dog. And then we're going to come onto the right side. So your right foot is lower down, coming onto a side plank on your right. Your left hand reaches towards the sky. Feet can be stacked, staggered. Right knee can be bent. Or you can reach your left foot towards the sky. Whichever version you want, really pressing up through your right side body. Kind of like a rainbow. And then exhale as you bring your left foot out in front of you. Step it towards the top of the mat. Lower down your right leg. Pivot onto the ball of your right foot, or the heel of your right foot, coming into the Skandasana on your left leg bent. Remember, you can have your body forward or have your hips back, butt back, whichever is more comfortable for you. We're just really opening into the inner thigh here. Place your right hand in line with your right knee. Press into your hands, shift your hips over, heel up the left foot, and come into the Skandasana on the opposite side. You can rise your hands up to the sky or keep them down. Then you're going to pivot onto the ball of your left foot. Both feet are facing forwards, now coming into that low lunge. Lower down your left knee, and then you can walk your right knee out a little bit. Place your hand on the inside of your knee, coming into your lizard, really opening up into the hip, peeling the inside arch of your right foot off the mat. If you want, you can go for the grab and the bind. This is my favorite pose. Or you can lower down onto forearms, whichever version is good. Release your foot wherever you are. Press into your hands, lift your left knee off the mat, and step your right foot back to meet your left. Come into your downward facing dog. We'll do a spinal roll, which is another one of my favorite things. So as you inhale, you're going to lift your heels off the mat, pressing into the balls of your feet. You're going to let that energy kind of press your back, like rolling the spine. So you're pressing out through your shoulder blades like a cat. And then you're going to find yourself at the top of the plank position. Slight bend in your knees as you press your hips back towards your heels, and then lower the heels down to the mat. Press your hips up into your downward facing dog. So we're just trying to roll almost like a wave, or like there's, a wave. So inhale, lift your heels up, press through your shoulders as you reach your shoulders forwards towards the top of the mat. Exhale, press your butt back. You can have a bend in your knees. If you want more sensation in your spine, you can have straight legs. So finding our way into a downward facing dog. We'll do one more. So inhale, lift your heels up, press through your shoulder blades, slowly rolling forwards to the top of the plank. Once you get there, make sure your heels are reaching back, your core is engaged, and then roll back to your downward facing dog. Remember, if you want more sensation, just kind of do it with straight legs. So now you're in your downward facing dog. I forget what we're doing next. I remember what we're doing next. So inhale, bring your right knee to the top of the mat. We're setting up for warrior two. So come onto the inside arch of your left foot like we did in warrior one in the beginning. So the heel of your right foot is in line with the arch of your left. Inhale, rise up. I'll do it on the opposite side. So our hips are going to be in line with the long edge of our mat. Our arms are out long, fingertips reaching towards the front and back of the mat, shoulders away from the ears. Keeping a bend in your front knee. Flip your palm, so your right palm is facing towards the sky. And then inhale and reach it towards the sky as your left hand comes onto your left calf. To a reverse warrior here. And then on your exhale, bring your right hand back towards your knee and your left hand up to the sky, like extended side angle. If you want more of a core sensation, bring your right hand to your left ribs and hold there. We'll flow through that a little bit. So inhale, draw your left hand back towards your left thigh, reaching your right hand up towards the sky. And exhale, right hand towards your knee or your left ribs as your left hand comes overhead. Inhale, swing back, reverse warrior. Exhale, forward into your extended side angle. Inhale back. And on your next exhale, come back into your warrior 2. You're going to come onto the ball of your back foot. Place your hands on the mat and step your foot back to be a plank. Shift forward, exhale, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, rolling your shoulders back, tuck toes. Exhale, press back into downward dog. Take a breath. And then inhale, bring your left foot toward the top of the mat. I'll swap back. Come onto the inside arch of your right foot, so your left heel is in line with the arch of your right. Inhale up into your warrior 2. Shoulders down and away from your ears, fingertips reaching out long in front of and behind you. Your gaze is over your left fingertips. Front knee bent at 90 degrees. Flip the palm of your left hand so it's reaching towards the sky. And as you inhale, reach your left hand towards the sky, right hand comes to your calf. Take a breath here in your reverse warrior. And exhale, draw your left elbow in towards your knee or towards your ribs for more of a core sensation. Reaching your right hand overhead. Inhale back into your reverse warrior. And exhale, extended side angle. Really trying to use your core here, your ribs to move your body. Inhale, coming back. And exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, back reverse warrior, keeping that front knee bent. And exhale, coming in to warrior 2. Then you're going to swing onto the ball of your right foot, lower your hands down to the mat and step your left foot back to meet your right. Shift your body forward, exhale, lower down through chaturanga. You can always do knees, chest, chin too. Inhale into your upward facing dog. Tuck toes, exhale, press back into your downward facing dog. We're gonna come back into that side plank. So inhale, coming onto the side of your left foot. Your right foot can be stacked in front or up to the sky, but I would suggest don't put it up to the sky because we're about to move our left knee down. So put your left knee so it's stacked directly beneath your left hip, coming up onto the fingertips of your left hand, or you can grab a block. Your right hand is reaching towards the sky into gate pose. So inhale here. Maybe if you want more, you can bring your right hand overhead, really pressing through your side body here. Wherever you are, inhale to draw your right hand back towards your right ankle as you lift your left hand up towards the sky. On our next breath, we're going to bring our left hand towards the ground where our right foot is. Hit it on our left knee, so our left ankle is out behind us now, and we're on the ball of our right foot, and we're coming into a half splits, half Halumanasana. So your right toes are flexed back towards your head, your forehead's coming down towards your knee, wherever it reaches. Then you're going to shift your weight forward, into a low lunge. Press into your left hand, come into your, lift up into your left toes. And then this is gonna be a power move. See if you can step your right foot back into a side plank on your left side now. So you're gonna have your feet together and down, up, staggered. But now bring them together. Press into your right foot, bring your left knee underneath your left hip, and reach your right arm overhead. Inhale here, and then exhale, bring your right hand towards your right knee. Am I losing it, or do we just do this side? Either way, we'll do it again. Inhale here, stretching into your left side body now. Exhale, bringing your left hand towards your right foot. We did just do this. We're gonna do it again. So coming onto your half splits on your right side again. So your right toes reaching back towards your head, lowering your forehead down towards your right knee. Tuck your left toes, press into your hands, coming into that low lunge, and then step your right foot back to meet your left. Now we're gonna do it on the right side. So coming on to your right side plank, inhale, rise your left arm towards the sky. Press into your right foot, left foot, step your right hip behind you. Your right knee beneath your right hip into your gate pose here. You can come up on a block. Inhale, draw your left hand towards your left ankle, reaching your right hand overhead. Exhale, swing back down. I don't know what I'm doing now. We're just gonna go into a plank. Shift forward, exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale into your down dog. Now we're gonna do a bit of a core workout. So here we are in our down dog. We're gonna inhale, lifting our right leg towards the sky. On your next exhale, draw your knee in towards your nose. Lower it down so it's almost touching the ground, but it's just hovering off the mat. Hold it there for a few seconds. And exhale, take it back behind you into a three-legged dog. Inhale, bring it in, lower it down, 3 breaths. One more breath. On your next exhale, kick it back behind you. One more inhale, draw it in, hold it. See if you can almost make it touch the ground, but putting no weight in it. And exhale, kick it back behind you. Inhale, draw your knee in, bring it towards your right elbow. Kick it back behind you, three-legged dog. Inhale, draw it in towards your left elbow. And exhale, kick it back, three-legged dog. Place your foot behind you, coming into your downward dog. Inhale, shift forward into a top of the plank and do hip dips. So drop your right hip towards the mat, inhale up. Exhale down on the left, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale left hip down, inhale up. Exhale right, up, left, up, right, up, left, up, right, up, left, up, right, up, left, up. Hold here for a second, and then exhale. Press back into your downward facing dog. Take this as a moment to relax. Maybe wiggle your hips a little bit. And then inhale your left heel towards the sky. Take a breath. Inhale, draw your left knee in towards your nose, hovering it above the mat in front of you, pressing out through your shoulder blades here. And exhale, Kick your left foot back behind you, reaching your heel towards the sky. Inhale, draw it into that hover. See how low you can go, almost touching the mat, but not quite. And exhale, kick it back. Inhale, draw it in. 3 breaths. 1 more breath. And exhale, kick it back. Take a breath. Inhale, draw your left knee in towards your left elbow. Exhale, kick it back. Inhale, left knee towards your right elbow. Exhale, kick it back. Lower your foot down into your downward dog. Inhale, roll forward into your plank. I'll do the hip dips, starting with the left side. So exhale, left hip down, inhale up. Exhale, right hip down, inhale up. Left, up, right, up, left, up, right, up, left, up, right, up, left, up, right, up, left, up, right, up. Hold it here. Reaching your heels back. Trying to stay strong in your core. And exhale. Find a downward dog. Maybe if you want, you can find child's pose. Bring your arms back behind you towards your feet to just relax into the shoulders a little bit more. Taking 1 more breath here, enjoying this moment. And then inhale, rise up to seated on heels. Bring your hands into your lap, roll your shoulders back, reach the crown of your head tall. Inhale, rise your arms up, and exhale, cactus your arms beside you like they're at 90 degrees. Inhale, you're going to draw your elbows together behind you, pressing your chest forward, reaching the crown of your head back. And exhale, curl your body in, your elbows go towards each other, in front, your forehead tucks in towards your chest. Inhale, open up, pressing your chest forward, and exhale, curl it in, bringing your elbows towards each other. Inhale, press it forwards, and exhale, curl it in. Inhale, press it forwards, exhale, curl it in. And inhale, straighten the spine, maybe dip your neck from side to side. Taking 1 breath here. And then swing your body forward into a tabletop. Tuck your toes, exhale, press your hips back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, and we're gonna hop into a toe stance. So press, hop forward or step forward, and then lower your bum down, lower your heels down into a, I don't know what this is called, but then lower your butt down. Step your feet out slightly in front of you, and then lower your spine down, roll it down slowly. Bring your heels in so they're just touching your fingertips. We're setting up for bridge pose. Press your hands into the mat. Inhale, lift your butt up towards the sky. If you want, you can walk your shoulders underneath your body, clasp your hands together, hold here, pressing up through your hips, trying to draw your inner thighs towards each other. Breathing here, and exhale, lower your spine down, walk your shoulders out from underneath you. Press your hands into the mat, inhale, lift your hips up, drawing your inner thighs towards each other. And then exhale, you're gonna step your right foot out in front of you. So it's hovering off the mat, your foot is flexed. Inhale, rise your right foot towards the sky as you press your hips up. And exhale, lower down. You can lower your hips down to hover, or you can put them on the mat if you need. Inhale, press up, maybe point your toe, or keep it flexed. And exhale to that long hover. Inhale, press it up. Exhale to long hover. Inhale, press it up. And as you exhale, draw your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Trying to press your hips up here, getting a bit of a hip stretch. There's also a glute burn. And exhale, lower your hips down. Bring your left knee in towards your body. Grab the back of your left thigh with your hands to stretch a little bit deeper into your right thigh. Exhale, release. Bring your feet back into the set up for a bridge. Place your hands on the mat. Inhale, lift your hips up. Kick your left foot out in front of you, heel flex. Inhale, rise it up, pressing up through your right hip. Exhale, lower down to the hover. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press it up. We're gonna hold here. And then on your next exhale, bring your left ankle in towards the top of your right thigh and stretch into the hips as you press your hips up. Exhale, lower down. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Grab the back of your right thigh with your hands and stretch into your left hip here. If you want more, you can always straighten your right leg. Exhale, release. Reach your legs out long in front of you. Reach your arms out behind you. And then exhale, see if you can peel your body up, bringing your hands towards your feet or towards your knees, wherever fits. Flexing your toes back towards your head. Inhale, rising your body long, and exhale, take a bit of a forward fold here. Wherever your body falls, trying to draw your chest towards your knees, not your head. So we're gonna try and keep our spine straight here. So your lower belly comes in towards your thighs, your chest drops down. If you can reach your feet, take your thumbs and press right at the base of your big toe, and your fingers can grab at the base on the palm of your pinky toe, and you can kind of peel your feet back towards you a little bit more like that. Or just keep your hands on your thighs. Inhale to rise up. Place your hands on the mat. Lift your legs up, coming into boat pose. So drawing your knees in towards your chest. See if you can lift your hands off the mat, your toes pointed. If you want, you can go to a low boat to really work the core. You can stay here with your knees in, or you can lift your feet up. Try not to hold, we're working the core here, but if you need to, you can do that. Whichever version you're in. Exhale, lower down to the lower one. Inhale, draw your knees in, kick your legs up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, draw your knees in, kick your legs up, and exhale, lower down. Inhale, draw your knees in, kick your knees up. Exhale, lower down. One more. Inhale, knees in, legs up. Exhale, lower down. Place your feet on the mat about hip width apart, like you were in for your bridge. Place your hands beneath your shoulders, your fingertips pointing towards your butt. And then you're going to lift your hips up, coming to a reverse tabletop. So trying to just lift your hips towards the sky, drawing your inner thighs toward each other. Your head can fall back behind you. Exhale, lower your butt back. See if you can come onto your heels as you bring your butt back towards your hands, but hovering it. And then exhale, press up. Inhale, swing it in, coming onto your heels. Exhale, press it up. Inhale, swing it in. Exhale, press it up. Inhale, swing it in. Exhale, press it up. Keeping your hands where they are, step your feet out behind you, coming into a reverse plank, trying to reach your toes towards the mat, trying to lift your hips up, your head hanging behind you, core drawing in, your belly button towards your spine. Exhale, lower your butt down. And then slowly roll down your spine. Release your hands to your sides, wherever your shoulders feel comfortable. Let your feet flop out to the sides. And take a Shavasana. So we'll just stay a few minutes in this pose and stay however you want, the longer the better. Just focus on your breath. Notice any sensations in your body. Close down your eyes. This is a very important part of the practice. It's the time that allows all the goodness to seep into your body, so don't skip this part. Notice any tingles in your hands. Don't think about what you have to do right after this class. You're still in it. Stay in this relaxation pose as long as you want. Whenever you're ready, bring your body up for one last stretch. Your toes long behind you, your hands up overhead. And exhale, come onto your side body. Press into your hand, lifting up into a cross-legged position. Keeping your eyes closed. Bringing your hands onto your knees, roll your shoulders back, the crown of your head reaching towards the sky. Inhale and exhale, long and slow, twice as long as your inhale. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Open your eyes. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed that class. And if you have any other poses you'd like to add on, please do. Also, sorry that I messed up in the middle of the sequence. I'm gonna leave it in, because that's reality, baby. All right, thank you.